Hi folks, it's John Nizman from lastchanceautorestore.com. I'd like to share with you a quick update. This is the 1958 Chevy Impala that we've been doing quite a bit of work on. In our last video that we shared with you with the body, we had reinforced and squared up everything with tubing, and we were just dry fitting some of the new replacement panels in, and we were ready to cut out the old panels and start tack welding in the new. So now it's just a progress update. You can see you're looking at the driver's side rear section, and we've cut out the old and we've welded in the new pan. You can see the original factory ribbing, and then as you get to the center section, you can see we've done quite a bit of work there. There's no one that we could find that makes that center section, and it's double walled, and we've made new pieces for that. And then as you move towards the front, you can see from this angle, you can see the new door opening where the rocker panel is. So that's all new in terms of outer rocker panel and inner rocker panel. It's all been reinforced in behind. And then as you go further up past the door post, you can see where the other floor pan is in the front section with the correct ribbing. And then as we come along by the tunnel, you can see the tunnel's in really nice shape as you go from the front of the firewall all the way back through. So the center section obviously is where the bench seat kind of hides on top, and then you go towards the back, you can see where we've cut out this rear section of the passenger pan. It's kind of hard to show, but we'll probably step back a little bit with the camera because we have our reinforced tubing kind of in the way. So you can see where we have the rear floor pan is now fitted and tacked in, and then we've redone these rotted out areas. We've made patches for that because it's all different heights, and then we've tack welded in this front section. So we weren't able to do any of that floor work until we had reinforced everything, and we'll share some photos later with the different steps of the process. But essentially you have to remove this outer rocker panel, the inner rocker panel, and then there's no structural support, so we had to make new pieces in behind before we were able to put the outer rocker in, and then the inner rocker before we started doing the floor. So just it's easy when we stand here and we say, look at all the steel that's in here, but this is obviously numerous hours to get to this stage. So now that we have it tacked in, we're quite comfortable with where everything is lined up so far. But our next step is we're going to dry fit the doors back on the car again and adjust them to make sure that we like the way the rocker panel meets the door and the way the door meets the rocker and everything once again. So an important step, we've tacked everything in place before we do the main floor support bracing and get them all in there. We want to make sure that we have everything in the correct location. So we'll dry fit the doors back on, make sure the gaps are correct, that nothing's moved, and then we'll be doing more of a solid weld and putting all the bracing in. So just a quick update on one of the cars we're working on. This is a 58 Chevy Impala. And thanks for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.